Hallöchen Leute, willkommen zurück zu Metal Gear Solid 2. Wir haben jetzt sicher ziemlichen Zeitdruck. Wir müssen uns nämlich jetzt über 4 Fotos von dieser sogenannten Metal Gear oder halt diesem Metal Gear schießen, bevor er seine Rede beendet, die in genau dieser Zeit, wo er da eben gerade rechts zieht, genau dann ist es halt zu Ende und dann müssen wir halt von neu anfangen, denke ich jetzt einfach mal. Und erwischt werden möchte ich auch nicht unbedingt. Hä? Ah! Oh. Das lief nicht gut. Scheiße.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Damn, okay. Wir hätten kriechen sollen. Ich habe sogar versucht, ob man das ausstellen kann. Okay, das wäre vielleicht keine gute Idee, das Ding auszustellen. Aber okay, krass. Also das Spiel, muss man halt ehrlich sagen, das ist sehr detailreich für seine Zeit. Holy shit. Du läufst da davor und das bemerken die Leute. Weil, ja, offensichtlich bemerken das die Leute. Aber das ist halt krass, dass die Leute da, halt Konami halt daran dachte. Ich meine, man sagt, also Konami war halt damals, wo also diese ganzen Spiele rauskamen, so Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, waren das halt einfach echt die Kings. Oder beachtet mich gar nicht. Oder zumindest halt sehr gute Entwickler. Muss ich jetzt hier hoch oder? Hallo? Snake? There we go.
Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact.
Aber okay, aber man hat tatsächlich sehr viele Checkpoints. Alles sind, ja, hier sind nur M9-Bullets. Achso, egal. Ist trotzdem gut. Hallo? Wo müssen wir dann aber lang? Müssen wir uns jetzt ernsthaft davor sneaken? So, nein, erzähl mir doch keinen Scheiß. Never ever.
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray.
Ah, das ist wirklich eine Tür. Hallo? Nein. Ja, ich bitte weiter.
And we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs.
Ja, die gucken auch gar nicht in unsere Richtung. Ah ja, okay. Alles klar. Ah. Jetzt gucken sie in unsere Richtung. Ja, ich weiß. Warte, das sind Zahlprojektoren. Was hat das zu bedeuten? Ach, die gehen nach einer... Ah. Das ist interessant. Die gehen nach einer... Also die... Wieso mooncrawl ich? Das wollte ich gar nicht. Was soll denn der Scheiß? Und das Licht geht auch manchmal aus. Ja, genau. So kommen wir sehr schnell voran.
As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left.
Hä?
Right. Left. Up. Right.
Die Zeit hält auch sogar an.
Down.
Was war denn der Scheiß jetzt aber?
Front. Left. Down. Let's continue. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious, unlike the Armor's Rex.
Ah.
It can cruise deep
Ihr seht mich
underwater.
nicht.
Move in
Ja, warte mal, hier
undetected
geht's
and
gar
make
nicht
its
lang.
landing on any shoreline.
Doch, da hinten ist eine Tür.
Its
Scheiße, Mann, die
onboard
haben mich fast
broadcast
gesehen.
information distribution system
Es überrascht mich sogar, dass sie mich
identifies
nicht
targets
gesehen
with
haben.
unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land. You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
George Sears surrendered his presidency.
Ach shit, und jetzt müssen wir
in
die
the
Fotos
aftermath
davon
of
machen, ne?
Shadow Moses.
Hier ist der
The
PC.
official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and
Das hier.
next-generation nuclear warheads.
Aber wie mache ich das jetzt überhaupt? Warte mal, hier ist die Kamera. Ja,
But
okay.
even you will have heard
Wir sollen eins
rumors
von
that he was
vorne, von
forced to
rechts.
resign after the failed cover-up costing his influence in the political community.
Von den Marine-Zeichen und von links.
Some say that the strategic importance
Ist
of
okay.
aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray.
Soll es zurückzielen?
The opposition from the
Ja, warte mal,
Navy
wie
is
gehe ich
an
jetzt aber da mal
undeniable
zurück?
fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background.
Gott, Hilfe. Das eine Bild, was ich davon geschossen habe, war jetzt nicht sehr gut.
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up
Ja,
to
das ist
old
gut,
age.
wiederhole dich nur weiter.
The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that
Hi.
there was a calculated intent
So.
to cash in on this opportunity
Auch schon mal ein Bild.
Good.
Das hat gezählt, okay.
in the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush
Guck mal,
out
eins
and
von
rid
links
our
und von
country of
rechts
these
hätte ich eigentlich auch noch
corrupting
eins gemacht.
forces.
Scheiße. Jetzt bin ich ja schon
That
weg.
is our mission.
Aber die Frage ist halt von wo? Sollen wir das ungefähr schießen? Von hier? Ich kann es mal probieren. Bitte seh mich nicht.
This turned out to be longer than expected. At ease. Rest a little.
Ja,
Good.
okay. Müssen wir nur noch nach rechts. Ah, weiß ich, ah. Ah,
To move on, it is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military.
wir haben schon fast keine Zeit mehr.
National affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and
Okay, also
guiding
hier
this
soll man das
nation
andere
back to
Foto
its
schießen.
original path.
Den nehme ich dann einfach mal eins an.
Good.
We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists.
Jetzt holen wir noch das Marine-Logo.
Ship.
Okay, die Zeit hält an, okay. Ja, ich weiß keine Ahnung, wo das ist.
Intruder to the left.
Ah! Was sollte der Scheiß jetzt? Egal, wir wissen schon mal, wo wir die 3 Bilder herkriegen. Okay.
Snake, respond. Snake, Snake!
Schön.
George Sears
Aber die
surrendered
Checkpoints
his
sind...
presidency
Wir haben sogar
in
mehr
the
Zeit, glaube ich,
aftermath
oder? Ne, wir haben nicht mehr Zeit. Okay, dann
of
beeilen.
Shadow Moses.
So,
The official reason
haben wir schon mal 1.
Good.
Nein,
Metal
zurück,
Gear Rex
bitte.
and next generation nuclear
Auf die
warfare
Faust zurück.
But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed
Okay, ich muss aufpassen. Die machen anscheinend währenddessen einfach so eine Trainingsphase, wo sie nach hinten, nach links und was weiß ich wohin noch gucken. Also da sollten wir dann am besten nicht weit in der Nähe stehen. Ich muss dann auch das Marine-Logo dann suchen. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wo das ist.
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age.
Good.
The Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability.
Ich guck mal mich hier hinten ein bisschen rum. Weil das Ding ist, das wurde auf diesem Video, wo uns dann gezeigt wurde, war das so auf der Seite von dem Ding. Das heißt, ich gucke mal, ob das... Wenn, dann ist es auf dieser Seite oder auf der anderen.
We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government.
Boah, zum Glück war das jetzt die Waffe.
And within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear
Verdammt.
bears the burden of confronting this party.
Ist hier irgendwo? Da ist es. Okay, jetzt muss ich das nur noch zu dem PC bringen.
This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with you tonight.
Kommt es jetzt, diese Trainingsphase?
Let's stretch those neck muscles again.
Ja, okay. Ich glaube ja.
Right. Down. Front. Left. Right. Down.
Okay, ich muss aber ein bisschen damit aufhören. Die
Front.
Zeit haben wir. Zumindest wenn der Timer danach aufhört.
Down.
Also nach der Ding. Wenn wir den zum PC gehen.
Front.
Sonst habe ich keine Ahnung, ob wir genug Zeit haben. Jetzt na komm, hör doch mal auf mit dem Scheiß.
Getting back to the topic at hand. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the
Jetzt haben sie gar nicht das mit den
MVG and
Shootern
Star
gemacht, das hat mich jetzt gerade ein bisschen verwirrt.
There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence.
Die sollten eigentlich alle
The human
gefeuert
race is
werden.
about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century. And we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... It's almost right, but not quite. We can't use this. And the next one is... Okay, this works. It's a great front
Wo ist denn
view.
das eine Bild, wo ich so richtig rangezoomt habe?
And the next one is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. And the next one is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. The next image is... We already have a good photo from the right.
Ach so, die Bilder bleiben bestehen, selbst wenn man verkackt. Hä? Okay, wie dumm.
Okay, last one's coming up. This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well. Okay, now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the...
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo. How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Golukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Golukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Die program.
Ouch!
Get out of my mind, Liquid! The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
don't have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker! We have a problem. Proceeding as planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Okay, gut, Leute, würde ich sagen, machen wir im nächsten Mal weiter bei Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Und bis dann und ciao.